We on.
Hey, what's up, girl? The Philip Princess of Comedy. You are in to another edition of Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. My background.
You said the background. Yeah, I see. I see.
What's up, people? What's up? Let's get it.
What's up?
Got a lot to talk about. 2 hours. It's your girl, the Princess of Comedy, Miss Darkchild, and by my side, virtually. Oh,
It's your man Simply D. In the house, it's Simply me.
Simply D. And next thing you got,
Mark 5, what's going on with y'all? Good evening, good evening.
and next to him that'll be tuning in shortly, you got your man, the boy, the grown man that makes it all happen. Super Mr. Fastlane will be tuning in. So he needs no introduction. What's up, people?
What's good?
What's
with
going on? I see you over there eating crab legs. I need to be over there.
You see it, right?
And you're going to show off with it.
Right? She held it up.
Hey, did you see him showing off with his Bobby Brown sauce? Every little step I take.
Yo, they reached out to me though. Believe it or not,
Who?
they reached out to me. Bobby Brown Camp.
They did?
Yeah, they reached out to me and said, yo, they appreciate it and all that. They sent me something free and all that.
That's what's up.
I was like, okay, B. All right. You know what I mean?
Free stuff on the way.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what's up.
You're gonna send me something free. I'm like, all right, cool, that'll work.
Mm.
That's
I'm
funny.
just sharing. I'm here. I'm just sharing it on our pages real quick, so that way everybody know we on
Okay.
real quick.
So, Dark, you all moved in?
It's Thursday. We back
Yes.
at it again. Let's
Okay.
talk. Come on, Simply D. Tell me how your week was. What's on your mind?
Woo, man, it's been so much going on. I mean, personally, I just been into my writing, and I posted something last night. One of the I changed at the beginning to crying with Finn. People said I needed to dig deeper, so I dug a little deep and I changed the beginning around. So I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on that. Other than that, it's just crazy with everything that's going on in the world, man. It's just crazy.
Well, let's back up real quick. For people that don't know Simply D, tell them a little bit about your book. Tell them what's going on, because now you just jump right in and talk about I changed up. They don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I am a writer, and I've been writing. I have 16 books so far. None of them are published. I have offers on the table. I have the first book that should be coming out will be Crying with Finn. That one is finished, and the book Push Away is finished. So those are the two that I'm looking forward to really getting out there. But I'm
Tell us
excited.
what they are. Tell us what type of books they are.
Well, Crying with Finn is a self-reflecting story of what we as men go through when we go through a breakup. So I took myself and used my experiences and some experiences that I know other men experience as well, and wrote this book, Crying with Finn, about how, we are supposed to suppress our feelings. We're not supposed to be emotional and things of that nature. Basically, every book that I'm writing are true stories. I just had to change the dynamics a little bit so that nobody knows who I'm really talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So the boy that go crazy and punch a couple people in his mouth, that's not me.
Oh man. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that one.
Well, like I said, I got some exciting stuff on the table. I'm excited. The one I'm doing now is titled "Does Your Wife Know You're Single?" and it's self-explanatory. So I'm really excited about that because I think a lot of women are going to really like that book.
Does your wife know you're single?
Yes. I'm giving up the tapes on why married men, cheat.
Oh, so you being Steve Harvey?
Hey,
That's a very interesting title. Does your wife?
I'm gonna give it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I want
So
that.
that's what's going on, and at the same time, still writing for the this other project called Intertwine that me and Mark are involved in, and hopefully we'll have it on either like a Netflix or a Hulu or HBO, something like that. So I've been busy with my writings.
Okay. That's great.
Yep.
So, no, you do other things besides talk on this radio.
Exactly. I do other stuff.
Okay.
Yep. So what
All right.
about you?
Besides your book, what else you got going on?
Oh, besides the books, just working. Other than I'm over this work thing, so I'm basically concentrating on my writing because I feel as though between this year and next year, it's time for me to get out there, take that leap, as Steve Harvey say, and promote myself and get my stuff out there.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
All right. And on the other side, virtually, you got our man that makes it all happen, the man that brings it all together, the man who got numbers, a number after his name.
Look, I'm going to put a 0.5 on there now, thanks to my children. It's going to be Mark 5.5.
I hear
What?
that.
Yeah, because just had my fifth grandchild last week?
Congratulations.
Yeah, last week. The week
Yeah.
before last. These days flying so fast, I can't keep up.
Boy or girl?
Boy, little D. Yeah, so now we have, let me count it up now. We have 2 boys, 3 girls.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
what's
because
up.
I got 3 boys, 2 girls. Ain't that crazy? Reverse the number. Yeah, other than that, just working, just trying to understand some things.
Understand like what?
I mean, like everything that's going on, it's just like happening back to back.
Right.
You know,
Share with us. Share with us. Share with us. Share with us.
as far as, I mean, look at everything. As far as everybody said 2020, the year of vision, which is true. We're seeing a lot of things for sure. That is definitely a true statement that a lot of things is being brought to light.
That's for
You know, I mean, look at everything that we've been educated, forcefully educated, I should say, in the past, 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just happening back to back, you know, and it's just like, and nobody's understanding that it's really teaching us that we have to go about things differently. And then when I watch the news and different situations happen where it's still people out there doing the same damn thing, thinking
Over and
the
over.
same damn way,
Yep.
it's like, what is it going to take for us to understand that a change starts within?
Yeah, you know what's funny? You say that because you and I are on this business venture with TLC, and I actually said to someone I was talking to, and I was like, you know, you need to start thinking about a change. You need to maybe invest in your own business. And they was like, well, I don't have the money. I actually said to this person, I will put the $50 up for you. You pay me back later when you get it. Just get in. And they still didn't want to get in. I don't understand that way of thinking. I don't understand that concept at all.
All right,
don't.
I'm a
force water, but you can't make them drink.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something, right? This is the whole thing. We have been and I say we, not all of us, but I'm gonna say we, as speaking as Black people, have been trained to think a certain way. We've been programmed to think a certain way. And it's not our fault. It's not our parents' fault. It might be like the great-great-grandparents' fault because the position that they were put in. So I wouldn't even say it's their fault. I would say the position that they were put in, say 300 years ago. I don't know why people say 200 years to this day. Doesn't the years keep going? So I'm going to say 300 years ago, the position that we were put in had us thinking a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Then it passed on. Get a job, get a good education, work for somebody. Do 40 hours, get a good job. That's the way we've been taught. You know, go to school, get education, go to college, or get a good job. Either one. We've never been taught to, you know, educate ourselves on what we would like to do in life and create your own wealth for
Right.
your own legacy. So when you talk to certain individuals about building their own legacy, doing their own thing, sometimes you talk to people that don't have that belief that they can do things because of the way we were brought up and the mentality that was passed on from generations back.
Right.
Isn't that what we call generational wealth
Right. And
and
that
generational ignorance?
right, exactly. And that's a
Yeah.
good point. That's exactly what it is. It's basically the opposite of generational wealth. We have the generational ignorance that we're trying to help people and people are trying to help people get out of, which it's a change. When you look at some people personality and business and people starting clothing lines and beads, belly beads and herbs. And I mean, it's people out there, which I salute 110%, but it's not enough of us. And this is why the powers that be is not really worried about us right now because we're not making enough noise. And they know if they offer a certain thing on the table, that we still have the mentality that money makes us instead of us making money.
Right.
So if me and you go into a business together and we starting to make some waves and make some noise and starting to get this money, we're educating people and we're doing things for the community. And we're just, you know, starting to do, say, after school programs to teach people how to become their own entrepreneur. We're a threat.
Right.
So what you do is, because the powers that be have more funding and more money, they basically interfere with that. And they rub poison ivy on us, put it that way. Because, you know, when you get poison ivy, another person get it, and they poison the situation. So that way we never, you know, keep rising.
Right.
And that's where we got to get out of. Stop letting this money and media and all these things control us instead of taking control over ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why nowadays when I talk to people and I try to encourage them to start your own business and they don't see it, I fall back, because what happens is after a certain amount of time and a certain amount of energy that you try to put in to help people achieve something, you burn yourself out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's why I like you just fall back, because if they don't see it or they don't want to see it, and you're talking to them, they don't understand the concept, it's just no point. Just leave it alone. Because for a minute, I was getting angry because I couldn't understand. How could you not want to better yourself? How could you not want to take a chance and be your own boss and do your own thing and not have somebody looking over your shoulder? You're controlling what you're doing, and now you can create your own wealth. I couldn't get that concept, but like you, I just step back now.
Yeah, because you burn yourself out to the point that you start not even liking what you do.
Right.
It is a shame.
It really is.
Because what happens is this: when you go to try to help somebody, right,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not understanding it, it comes to the point that when you start achieving what you're trying to achieve, then people want to jump on the bandwagon.
Right.
And it's like, wow, I tried to get with you a long time ago with things.
Yeah, I tried to bring you in when I was in, just
Right.
getting in, because I believed in this, so I wanted you to be a part of it, but you chose not to be.
But ain't that the truth, that people don't believe in something until they see it succeed?
Yeah, absolutely. But see,
Well,
then
I mean, if that's just like if I came to you, Dark Child, and said, "Look, I believe in this thing," and you be like, "Yeah. Well, your excuse is I don't have the money to do it," and I say to you, "I will pay you. I will pay for you to get into this thing." I must really believe in what's going on if I'm willing to take money out of my pocket to pay for you to start up your own business. So if you coming to me like that, that's something you should be like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe I need to look at this, because this guy's willing to take money out of his pocket to pay for me to start this business.
That speaks for itself. But real quick, before we get in, I want to say what's up to Jay, because I just logged on to our Facebook. Mr. Anthony Green says, I'm training people to become cobblers and set up new shops since 2014 for internships and no takers. And I have 3 locations. Wow. Wow.
Inbox me.
Inbox Miss Darkchild, Mr. Green. She said inbox her. And see, this is the part where I think people have to understand that we have to, people like Anthony, that's when we have to start passing on this information. Because believe it or not, sometimes you have to weed through certain individuals to get to that winner.
Right.
You know, and we can't and we can't just give up, because if we give up, you know, then who's going to be the ones that push people?
Right.
True.
So, gotta connect with our people.
Yeah, definitely.
Now,
Wow.
Mr. Green said he's been doing what?
He's been training people to become cobblers and set up new shops since 2014 for internships and no takers, and he has 3 locations.
Okay, we want to know a little bit about that.
That's what I was going to say. Mr. Green, Anthony Green. You know what? Get finished talking. I'm going to try to do something real quick. I'm going to try to see something.
Yeah, that's crazy. Here it is. He's willing to do internships and train people. And again, no takers. You know, that's just like a few years ago when I was telling people I had security jobs. Some of them was paying cash from the spot. You know what I mean? And I still couldn't get any takers of people to show up to do the work. It's like people sit around and talk the game. I want a job. I'm looking for a job. But when something falls right in their lap, they really don't even want it.
And what's crazy is I remember that. You used to post not every week. I know you used to post a lot. When we go on a while ago telling people that, you know, you have a job situation. What's going on, Red? Red's man just jumped on and said hello, everyone.
Yeah. What's up, Reds?
So
yeah, that's crazy.
Please share the broadcast, y'all. Please share the broadcast of Sadior Presents Open Conversation with Miss Darkchild, Simply D, myself, and Mr. Fastlane will be on momentarily.
Okay, Anthony, we see the phone number, bro. We got you.
Okay, cool. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. And that's why when people be having those conversations with me, oh man, I can't find a job. You can't find a job? Really? That's real interesting.
What's up, Mike Jackson? How are you this evening? Mike Jackson said he remembered that too. Dang, nobody took up on it. But then people want to complain about they don't have money. People want to complain about they're trying. And see, that's that program that I talked about when we first logged on.
Mm-hmm.
We're programmed to think a certain way, and we need to reprogram ourselves. We need to reprogram our children to go about things a little differently. What's up, Eric? Eric just jumped on. Anthony Green said Leonard Shoes, Leather Repair of Philadelphia and Williamstown, New Jersey, and Brownsville, New Jersey. Oh, wow. Brownsville is out there where we go at the studio. That's where my dad live at.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where the studio is at. Right at the dead end, out there where the college at.
Mm-hmm.
Which he'll be on later on today, too. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to reach out to him also and see if I can have him jump on. So maybe Anthony, he can get with you because he's out that way.
This goes to show you people don't really want to work.
That's because we have to, and this is straight up. And y'all know, people that know me know, I try to be as straight up as possible. Some people like it, some people don't. Ask me, do I care? I really don't. Damn, I'm rapping. I ain't rap like that. I'm rhyming, bro. No, but this is the part that irritates me because situations like this, with this information that's jumping up on the screen on Facebook, people don't pay attention to. But right now, if I was sitting at this table at this desk and I had some chick behind me bouncing her breasts and titties, I have 1 million people on this stream.
Yep.
Thousands of comments.
Yep.
She's not educating or helping you in any way. but got a boobs bouncing behind me, then people
Yeah.
pay attention to that.
They pay attention to that. Where you at? You know what I mean? Can I come through and all this other mess? That's why when I'm on my social media and I see somebody shaking their butt, I delete it and keep it moving. I don't want to see that. I really don't.
It's like, all right, we got a lot more things to worry about in
Right.
life right now with
Yeah,
everything that's going on.
Right. Then you on social media shaking your ass. I really don't want to see it. I really don't.
Man, I would post
And
job
this
announcements.
is a disclaimer, but ain't nothing gay about me. I love women, but I just don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's this, we on different levels, man. And that's the part that people don't understand. Sometimes you get to a point in life where you're trying to help someone, you know, that you're trying to make different moves. Mike Jackson said, I would post job announcements every day, and I swear almost nobody shared it and took advantage of it. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. And that's because, again, people don't pay attention to the things that's needed, you know, to be paid attention to. You know, if you getting all, you keep, and then the thing about it, what I hate is people complain about they need a job.
Yeah. Yep.
People complain about, I don't know how I'm gonna get this child support paid. People complain about all these different things on social media, but they don't look for the things that basically can help them with the problems.
Right.
And that's why sometimes I be like, I don't want to hear it. It ain't me being cold-hearted. It's just after a while,
Yeah.
you know, you get tired of hearing people complaints and they're not trying to really do anything about it.
They're not trying to change anything. All they want to do is sit around and complain. They want to sit on the steps, go to the corner store, hang out on the corner, smoke their little blunts or whatever, but ain't trying to do nothing.
Man, yeah. Because I know a lot of people that smoke blunts, buy weed every day, but they ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't got no money. I'll be like, yo, y'all the brokest, weed smoking every day, that drinking whatever you drink every day, going out partying every day, getting a haircut, getting your hair done every day, but you never have no damn money.
Right.
I need to know how to do that. Look, seriously. Some of these people should be accountants. Seriously, because if they know how to work the no money, just imagine if they had money what they can accomplish.
Right.
So it's just to the point now that I just don't I don't know, I just don't take time or energy no more to pay attention to a lot of things. Because I'm just to the point that if you're really ready to build, you're really ready to work, you're really ready to put some energy into things that's going to benefit you and your family and your life, and let's get it. I've never once turned my back on helping somebody that's serious about what they're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And it's just to the point that you sit back and you try to tell them certain things, but they don't want to listen. But then they want to get mad at you because you get new.
Right. Yeah.
You get new. And people don't understand that it's not about getting new. It's about when you get to a certain level in life, you can't keep reaching back to somebody that's not reaching forward.
Right. You getting new, you change, all this old crap.
Shoot, that's what the hell we work hard for. Who the hell works hard in life? Who educates themselves? Who does all this stuff to stay in the same damn position that you were in 10 years ago? The object of life is to work hard, educate yourself, educate people around you, help the individuals that really want to be helped, and move forward.
Exactly.
And as you said, as you realize, I said you move forward, but you're helping individuals move forward with you. But when you have individuals around you that's not trying to move forward with you, and you're trying to climb that step, and they keep pulling your ass back down the steps, and you wondering why you look back, you like, damn, I'm right where I started from.
Yeah.
And then you look down, and you got these people holding you down that's not trying to move forward. After a while, you got to kick them in the face and kick them off you.
Yeah.
And then climb real quick and leave them.
People do drag down.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Yeah. And we are the only ones who do that.
Yeah.
We.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But then you get mad at the other man and the people, they holding me down. They got their stuff easy. All right, but they putting in work. Even if they were born into money, it's your job and obligation, because you know how the system works. It's for your kids to be able to be born into, or their grandkids be able to be born into money or have a little bit lighter life than you did.
Right.
Everybody's supposed to always do better. I want my children to get bachelor's and master's degree like they did, because the simple fact, you're supposed to do better than your parent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, we work hard to build a foundation for our children to be able to step on, and then they're supposed to go to the next level and build for their children, and that's how you start to build a legacy.
Right.
But that's the key word, legacy. People don't understand what legacy means. I asked my coworkers a question 2 weeks ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And this was the question. What's going on, everybody that just joined? I said, dig this. What do you know? And this question is for you too, Dark, and you, Simply D. I want y'all to answer this. I'm going to ask y'all this. And everybody that's watching on Facebook Live and everybody that's watching the replay on YouTube. How much do you know about your great, great, great grandfather or grandmother? Right?
Mm, yeah.
I probably know. Say it again, Doc.
Is that the question?
That's the question.
I got a good answer for you.
I'm listening.
I have an extensive history of my grandparents. I talked to my mother and my grandmother extensively. I don't have any grandparents still alive, but I talked to their siblings extensively before they passed.
So you have some history on them.
Yep. And I share that with my kids.
There you go. Now, how many people do that?
None.
So,
Not
If it to me, it was a song or something that said, or a TV show that said, hey, your kids sit down and talk to their grandparents. That's where the greatest amount of history is going to come from. And I said, no, wait, I don't even know my own. So I'm going to sit down and talk to them. Before I can pass it on to them, I need to know it.
right. Now, hey, everybody that joined on Facebook, please make sure y'all share the broadcast. Tone, Simply
Yo.
D.
yes.
Answer that one.
None. I don't know. Up until my mother's mom and dad, that's where it stops.
All right. Now, you know why I asked them that question? Because, one, we need to educate our children and our grandchildren on our grandparents, what we know. Because what happens is when they pass away, their name and everything pass away.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this because everybody is doing what they're doing now, as far as with the standing up for the, the rights and everything that's going on in the world. It's a lot of followers that's following.
Right.
And they're not basically, which is a good thing that we're standing up. I love it. Let's get that understood. But it's nothing like knowing your history and what we've been through so you can know what you're fighting for.
Yes.
Instead of just holding on to, which, may his family be at peace and my positive energy go towards them, everybody that passed away through everything that's been going on. But the thing is, when you really know the history of things, you have a stronger connection to what you're fighting for.
Exactly.
And that's why we have to educate our children, our grandchildren, and everything, not just about our grandparents, but about what they've been through, about what's all this about. Because some people are out here fighting and they looting, but if they really knew what this was all about,
right,
they wouldn't be looting and doing certain things that they would be doing.
Mm-hmm.
How about we start here? How about we start with start? You remember that song? What was that Black History song that the first 2 minutes told you, Benjamin, you must learn KRS-One. Remember that?
Right.
He told you about everybody in Black history in less than 3 minutes. How about they learn that part of history first?
Right. I agree.
We're going to explain. I mean, watch the story of Madam C.J. Walker.
Right.
They stole that from somebody. Watch the story about the helper. A lot of these butlers and maids, they were terrific. But a lot of these people don't do with their history. They don't understand that Black people, African Americans, have created a lot.
Yeah.
Walk out your house, start with the traffic light.
Yeah.
Go get your hair done. Madam C.J. Walker, her products.
Yeah.
Start Benjamin Banneker, Eli Whitney, Haile Selassie, Granville Wills. It's a lot. So tell them to listen to that song first. Shout out to KRS-One.
And another reason I asked that question, right? Hold up. Now, see, you got me started, Miss Darkchild. Hold on 1 second. Let me say hi to certain people that's on Facebook. But before I do that, real quick.
I'm so sick of this, man. They teaching us about nothing, man. You know what the bottom line is for Black people out here? It's quite simple. You must learn.
That was
There
it.
you go, Miss Dark.
That was it.
You know I got you.
That song, I listen to that song and them learn the words to it. Because guess what? When they get in school and they ask them about Black history, they know everything.
In fact, you'll start to illuminate knowledge to others in a song. Let me demonstrate the force of knowledge. Reign supreme. The ignorant is ripped.
That's the beginning.
You're telling us, what are you selling us? The creator dwelling us. I sit in your unknown class while you're failing us. I failed your class because I ain't with your reasoning. You're trying to make me you by seasoning. My mind with C. Jane Run. C. John Walk in a hardcore New York. Come on now, that's a chocolate cow. It doesn't exist, no way, no how. It seems to me that in a school this ebony, African history should be but it's not. And this has got to stop. Run insulting to a Black mentality, a Black way of life for a jet Black family. So I include with one concern that you must learn.
That's You Must Learn from
Wait, go to the verse. Fast forward to the verse where they spit everybody in Black history. We get 30 seconds of knowledge.
Here you go.
Just Black and white kids both take shorts when one doesn't know about the other one's culture. Ignorance swoops down like a vulture, cause you don't know that you ain't just a janitor. No one told you about Benjamin Banneker, a brilliant Black man that invented the almanac. Can't you see what KRS is coming at? What Eli Whitney, Haile Selassie, Granville Woods made the walkie-talkie. Lewis Latimer, Ruther Edison, Charles Duke did a lot for medicine. Garrett Morgan made the traffic lights. Harriet Tubman freed the slaves tonight. Madam C.J. Walker made a straightening comb. But you won't know this if you weren't shown. The point I'm getting at, it might be harsh, is we're just walking around brainwashed. See what I'm saying? It's not to diss a man. We need the 89 school system, one that caters to a Black return, because you must learn.
Did you hear what he said?
Everybody got that.
Yeah. And
Everybody got that Black history. I bet you know about 7 new people in history that you never knew about just through that little 30-second, 15-second clip.
And that's the part that we're missing. We have to, as certain individuals, like our last show, I don't know, everybody that's watching, I don't know if you caught Open Conversation last show where we had a young man on that was talking some good education. And one of the things he said was that he basically tries and people don't listen. So it's a waste of time. Like I was telling him, it's never a waste of time. If you take one person and educate that one person, it's a benefit. Because think about somebody, and I'm gonna use Malcolm X for example. Just imagine when Malcolm X got locked up, that guy said, everybody else not listening, so I'm not gonna educate Malcolm X. Because everybody else didn't listen, I don't wanna waste my time. We wouldn't have had Malcolm X.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Understand what I mean? So you cannot, just say, because one person's listening and 50 people not listening, that you give up. Because that one person that you might change the way he thinks and the way he go about things might be the person that changes hundreds, millions of people thought pattern.
Yeah.
Didn't that little girl say, my daddy changed the world?
Yeah, exactly. Look at that one person.
Changed the world.
Exactly.
And her dad changed the world. But guess what? And I want to say this, and I want to preface this in the beginning.
Well, you do that. Facebook, we don't own the rights to that music that was playing, so do not turn us off.
Yeah,
go ahead, Dark.
I've noticed a coming together of African American and whites. I've noticed that the Confederate flags are coming down. The Rizzo statue in Philadelphia came down. The Confederate flags in the Capitol is coming down. They're renaming Columbus Boulevard. They're doing a lot of things. Now, people say, well, those things should have been done a long time ago. They should have, but they haven't. But now, we're starting to see real change. I don't have to walk down the street and feel out of place. No more Columbus Boulevard. People say they've been calling it Delaware Ave. I called it Delaware Ave. So
okay.
Real change. We're starting to really see some change. I don't know how y'all feeling, but tell me y'all starting to see some real change.
No, I'm starting to see change.
We starting to see some change, but my dumb moment gonna go into that a little bit deeper.
All right. So wait a minute. We hear you, Dark. Say it again.
We'll jump back into his dumb moment. So we'll get off that topic and get back on to educating our kids to understanding their history. We'll stay there.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, we're going. All right, just remind me because my brain going like 50 miles a minute. So I'm gonna just throw this out there also real quick. When it comes to the change, yes, I do see it, but at the same time, we have to change also. The system might be making some changes, but us as people, we have to change.
We have to change. But the system might be making some changes, but what I'm going to talk about later is, are they making the right changes?
That's true. But a change that acknowledges that we have been oppressed as a people is a good change.
I got you, but
we're going to take the little crumbs that they've given us.
But here's my thing, is the change that they're making just to appease us.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
read the comment on Facebook. I know you on also.
The first time that they've killed someone of color, a police officer, and they righted they Lewis. They beat Rodney King's behind. That was a bad thing. It was all those white cops. Nothing like this came from that. They Martin Luther King shot and killed him. Nothing like this came from it. They didn't change the street names back. They didn't remove the Confederate flags. Listen, it's so deep. Aunt your mama said they gonna take the black woman off the syrup.
Uh-huh.
Aunt Jemima. If you read the news, Google it. Aunt Jemima said that's enough. It's no more Aunt Mimi. Aunt Jemima, Aunt Mimi, the syrup will now just be called something else.
Right.
Now, if they do that, I want them to fix Miss Butterworth too, because Miss Butterworth looked like a slave too.
Well, she was on the list too.
Okay. Well, they changing it.
Yeah.
So why don't we just somebody out there need to basically create our own syrup. Hell, take some of that stuff out of there that's killing us anyway. But
we're not saying that your syrup is killing us. We just saying all syrup ain't good syrup.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't need to be nobody lawsuit.
What's going on? Look, hey, I feel as though the sweet sugar period is bad for us anyway. Hey, look.
That's his personal opinion, I like the sugar on my buttermilk pancakes.
Mike Jackson said, "Be careful about this so-called change because the devil keeps moving the goalposts. Watch what
Oh,
they're doing and not
good,
what they're saying."
Yeah.
good, absolutely, absolutely. And
Yeah.
goalposts continue to move, things start to change. So while they moving it, let's start taking more power.
But while they
Let's
moving
start
it,
bringing stuff back and becoming economically and self-sufficient. You know, we have to come to a point. Listen, everybody has throwing in this black white thing, and sometimes everything ain't always just black and white.
No, it's not.
Everybody's not trying to hurt the African American people. So a change is a change, a win is a win. Move the goalposts, yep, guess what? But we'll continue to run stronger and harder.
I agree. But
Yeah.
it also shows us, going back to what we was talking about, is it also shows us that we have to educate ourselves to the point that we know certain things and we go about things a little differently.
Right.
You can't keep getting spanked and then let your ass heal up and then go back to doing the same damn thing.
Right.
That's called insanity. Insanity is keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome.
And that's why I'm saying know the game and know that even though you might be spoon-fed certain things, that's not enough. You want to give me this, that's okay. I'll take that, but at the same time, I want some of this. You know what I mean? And
Like
that's what I'm saying. Huh?
You sound like Puff Daddy right there. Take that. Take that.
Hey, real quick, because I had, through the week I have a lot of things and it comes to me as we're on. So I was sitting there at work again, because we have a lot of conversations at work. And I was sitting there saying, it amazes me that my two top shows growing up was the Knight Rider. No, top three shows was the Knight Rider, the A-Team, and the Dukes of Hazzards. And when you think of the Dukes of Hazzard, right, I never really realized that I was watching the Confederate flag on a car that I really liked.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had those choices growing up, because mine was Different Strokes, Give Me a Break, and the Jeffersons.
Yeah, I like them too. But I just was, as you notice, I was into a car thing. Knight Rider had the car, Dukes of Hazzard had the car, the A-Team had the van. Look, that was just my thing, car thing.
The Dukes of Hazzard also had Daisy Duke.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up. I was waiting for that. So now my next question at work was, who was our black woman that we liked that was on TV other than Wonder Woman, Daisy Duke?
Was she
huh?
It wasn't black.
That's what exactly. Who was a black woman that was spoon-fed to us children that basically look at these
Walona.
We said somebody said that.
Thelma.
Talking about superheroes, man.
They are my superheroes. That woman
talking about as a kid. We ain't gonna say, oh, okay, Bologna, you saved the day because you had Janet Jackson. You Dr. Janet Jackson. Look.
If you see what Florida Evans made, she was Wonder Woman. I wonder what she was gonna make in that kitchen.
Mike said Thelma from Good Times. Somebody said Foxy Brown. Somebody said Dina Carroll. Who was Dina Carroll?
She was
the black
Julia.
She was in Diane Carroll.
Yeah,
Diane Carroll.
She was the nurse. She was the nurse.
From where?
Off of
what show is she on? They on it. They on it. No, but y'all know what I mean. Who they gave the spotlight to?
Right.
J. Evans.
Who?
J. Evans.
Look, but it was just like I'm sitting there like Natasha said, informed Rose Park was the first woman to give her a seat Rosa Parks was the first woman to give her a seat.
She wasn't. She wasn't.
No. Whoever said that, let me
Yeah,
check.
she said she was not. She said she was not. That's what she said. She said she was not.
She wasn't the first. She
It was
wasn't.
a girl. It was a young girl.
Was not.
Yeah, dark skinned girl.
Yeah, but they didn't want her to be
Claudine.
Yeah, she was, and she ended up getting pregnant by a white guy
from Montgomery, Alabama.
Right. They didn't want her to be the face of the
She was 15.
So they told her no and let Rosa be it. She was young.
So you saying that our own people was lying to us all these years?
It wasn't just when it started, they just didn't pick her. She did it. She couldn't give up her seat, but make a big issue out of it. And then when Rosa did it, they made a big issue.
They didn't want the darker skinned woman to be the face of the movement.
Right. She was also younger.
Yeah.
They really said because she was young and she was pregnant.
So they didn't want to basically put her in the spotlight.
Right.
Yeah. They didn't want that to be the face of the civil rights movement.
So let me jump on something with that since y'all brought that up. So basically what you're saying is the media, newspaper and all that dictates what we see that far back to basically give that. You know what I mean? What I'm saying?
I think first of all, let me say this because I don't think so. I think when you're branding a movement, a company, or something, you want the proper face. You as Sadior, you don't want us to look busted and be the face of your company. You want people to represent your company that look good, smell good, act good, can hold a conversation. That's not history, that's business. Nobody wants, the newscaster at certain times used to try to get the most educated people on camera. They slip up sometimes and get the ignorant nigga. They go, I synced it all. I synced it. This nigga was going in it, and then they bleep him out. And listen, trying to get the best foot forward.
Right.
It's about viewerships. It's about people buying into the movement. Do you think that they would have taken Martin Luther King was well dressed. Martin Luther King was very articulate. Martin Luther King, married man with kids and stable. Do you think they would have took somebody that was like what's the Five Heartbeats daddy? Remember in the movie that I'm thinking of, Lil Richie, in that TV show, Lil Richie, his dad. Remember his daddy? His daddy owner. You wouldn't have wanted to take him for him to be the face of the Montgomery boycott.
Right.
So it is about image. When we go sell product, who's gonna sell and listen, I don't want 1,300 plus size women calling my phone, but who wants a plus size woman advertising a bathing suit company?
Right.
They want the skinny BI to think that everybody can wear it. Right. They don't want nobody with no acne face, pumped up face, to be the face of a dating website.
I got you.
Image is everything.
Right.
Is right? No. That's when they come with body shame and all that other stuff. Listen, I don't make the rules.
Right. So Alyssa says her grandfather told her about that. He's from Alabama. He was born in 1912. That's deep. My mom, dad, and uncles and stuff from Alabama. Alabama was the place to be, huh?
What did he tell her?
About that whole the woman being the first person to give her seat up, the young lady.
Yeah, her name was Claudia.
Claudia COVID, I think it said, right?
Claudia what?
Wait a minute, where is that? Let me go back.
Colbert?
Claudia, I'm trying to find it. Somebody put it up on there. Somebody will post it again.
Yeah, she was young and
COVID or something like that. I think I saw.
I thought it was Colbert. She was
something like that.
Young and pregnant, and they didn't want her That's like a lot of the stuff we don't know about the Tuskegee Airmen.
They tried to do that with Madam C.J. Walker. They said too.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
posted.
Madam C.J. Walker wasn't the first one that invented those products. Remember, if you watch the movie, she stole them. She stole that formula from that lady had the formula. She took it from her and tried to change it up a little bit and make it her own. But she didn't come up with that. She was working for that lady.
Right.
Yeah, but they wanted to put a different face on the can.
Right.
And not her face. Yeah.
Right. So they put the light.
Yeah.
Right. So, but a lot of stuff that they did it. Here's another fact thing for you, for all those that's out there, and thank y'all for watching and tuning in. You listen to another edition of Sadior Presents an Open Conversation, and this is where we do have open conversations. Martin Luther King's name was not Martin Luther, it was Michael. If you Google it, his name was Michael. And then his father became a Protestant, and he was following the Lutherans, and he changed it from Michael to Martin.
Who, Martin Luther King?
Martin Luther King was born Michael Luther.
Okay.
Let me try to see where Mr. Fastlane at. I'm here. I'm listening.
So he changed it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that was it's all about product placement. It's all about.
Oh yeah.
Looks. The looks change.
You gotta have the right look. You gotta have the right voice, the right person to represent you, and all that. Yeah.
All right. Don't you want something different? Because I do. Yep. I want something different to represent me.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a comedy club and tell a bunch of unfunny people to come. That I got a bunch of unfunny people that's performing. That's not going to draw in the listeners and the viewers and the patrons that I need. I need them to see, oh, okay, she got this one and that one. And shout out to all the comics that's been home and not able to really showcase their craft because this has been a hard thing. Listen, the comeback is going to be real. You heard me?
Yeah.
Because you better have some new material, and it better not just be about COVID.
That's
this. I don't have no COVID jokes. If I say something COVID related, it's gonna be something that I made up on the whim. But I don't have no COVID jokes because that's all people like. When Chris Brown beat the crap out of Rihanna, everybody had a Rihanna Chris Brown joke.
Right.
Michael burnt up from Pepsi. Everybody had a burn up Michael Jackson joke. All right. When what's his name? Daddy threw that hot grease on him, them grits on him. Everybody had a Marvin Gaye joke.
Natasha says, my concern is what's next now that they got everyone's attention. What's next? Are we build a Black Wall Street again? Are we building a Black Wall Street?
We are the what's next. We are the what's next. This open conversation is the what's next. We need to be the change. Be the change that you want to see. You have to affect the change that you want to see. Now that we got their attention, let's be the change agent. Be a change agent. Go do something differently. I don't mean go and suppress some white people. Go be ignorant towards white people.
Yeah, I think that's the part that
I'm scared that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
People gonna start acting ignorant towards black folks.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And that's the part that's kind of scary with everything that's going on.
Yeah, especially with these now it's up to like 6 hangings that have taken place.
And now since we went there, let's get it. I was waiting for that one.
None of them was homicides. All of them was suicides.
Yes, quote unquote suicides. Yeah, okay. Since when did we start?
They saw nobody coming and nobody going.
Since when did we start hanging ourselves from trees?
Okay, since when did people started saying this is a good time to do that dumb shit?
Probably right after they passed the law last week of no more lynching, that is now quote unquote illegal. You're telling me in 2020, you just came up with a law to say lynching is not legal.
Okay, and in 2020, people are still wearing bobos. What's your point?
My point is...
Wait, let me stop. In 2020, some Negro still got Allen Iverson braids in his head. Shout out to AI. Shit just don't change automatically.
No, but you got to figure. They've been lynching us since back to when? 1912, 1920?
And they've been wearing AI braids since how long?
Some things has never changed.
Okay,
like
me and you still got creases in our jeans. And what?
real quick. What's going on, Yvette? What's going on, Mr. Douglas Smart? Natasha says, okay, what are we going to do different again? Are we coming together as a whole or wrong? Are we going to show our ASS? Everyone says, be the change. What are we going to bring to the table?
That's right.
My question is this. Who is the quote unquote so-called leader? Who is the one sitting down at these tables asking for this, that, and the other? Who's out? Who?
It starts on a local level. That's where me and you need to step our political game up and start being block captains and start being state representatives and start being those people on a local level where we affect the change. We know the president don't do nothing for us day to day.
Well, I he's saying, and that's why I think.
So we got to start electing those people and putting those people. There's been some, and listen, I'm gonna be the one to say. So they're gonna revoke my voter's registration, and I'm moving to a new district. I don't even care. Stop putting these people been sitting on these boards, changing these same old streets to their benefits. We live in an area where they got the same people that's been state representatives, there have been different people, have been city council people, have been sitting and occupying those seats for years and years and years, and ain't nothing happened except they took a main street in the area and cleaned it up. And now they want to keep tooting their horn that it's happening. Stop it. What about Broad Street? What about 2nd Street? What about 5th Street? What about Stenton Ave? What about some of these other places? Fix the rest of these streets.
Yeah. That's why I think I'm not certain yet, but I'm talking to individuals. I think I might run for city council.
And that's a good thing. And I'll be there with you.
But we definitely need some change.
So Mike says, the problem is there are way too many niggas.
Ooh.
And they are effing it up for black people.
That's right.
And ain't no black person hanging themselves.
Niggas is out fucking it up.
Yeah.
And we said this last week on the show. They catching these fuckers. All of these people, they done caught the boy with the ATM machine in his house.
Yeah.
They girl that set the bank, the Wendy's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
They catching everybody.
Right.
Fuck down and shut it the fuck off. They catching your dumb asses. All you dumbass looters got all this shit and y'all trying to sell them online. They catching your dumb asses. But I need a TV. I need a camera. I need a radio. Hook me up. So, but they catching them. Ain't nobody think about taking no beds out of no places. You dumbass. Listen, they put out the video of the people, the white truck that backed into the ShopRite on Fox Street. They put the video out. Inside the ShopRite, they barricaded it so that you couldn't get through the double doors on the inside. Right? So they must have barricaded it in the inside and then everybody left out the outside. How about these dumb niggas backed the truck up, broke the glass, hooked something up to the pallets, peeled the pallets out, and then started climbing over. And for 8 fucking hours, they ran in and out of ShopRite.
Right.
How about all that shit is on video? Bitches got their tags. Niggas got license tags. They finna catch all your dumb asses.
Yes, they are.
You went into the pharmacy, was stealing medicine. Listen, it only takes a few dumbasses to do something. And they all said it. It wasn't people from this area. Because Mr. Brown said, yo, we need, the people that live in this area need this ShopRite.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to reopen. And he reopened. And when their employees opened, they all clapped and applauded because they needed it. I go back to the same scenario I said last week. You walk down to my corner, their Getty gas station that sell the blunts and the Lucy's and the K2 and the cigarette lighter and don't care how old you are to sell you cigarettes, that shit is still standing.
Wasn't touched.
Across the parking lot, they burnt down the CVS. Not the CVS. They burnt down the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven ain't 7-Eleven no more. It's now 7 to 8, 7 to 6, 7 to 5. Because y'all dumbasses done fucked it up.
And who did it hurt? It basically hurt the neighborhood.
Now, I went and was riding by. Old lady don't know shit. She walked to the corner. She see the store fucked up. I help her get to the store and get the stuff that she needs. But I got to take her some fucking where else. Because her corner store that she rely on for her milk, her bread, because she's single, a widow, nobody can help her. But y'all dickheads done did some dumb shit.
Yeah. And now some of those places not even going to open back up. You got TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Children's Place, a whole lot of places just said, we done. We're not opening back up.
So now unemployment then went
now
from
you done jeopardize jobs.
So now, it went from 4 million to 5 million.
Who was who I call a conspiracy theory, but he got good points. He said that that's where they trying to go anyway. People trying to get out of their brick and mortar concepts and trying to go to everything online.
Yep.
Some days I believe that. Some days I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
They need the economy.
None of the Popeye stores was touched. I see somebody, one of our Facebook followers said none of the Popeye stores was touched.
Nope.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So now while you don't have a job and you got to order everything online, you just cost the community and you cost jobs.
Well, here's another thing, and I'm gonna praise these dickheads for it. This lady has a black-owned store down on Chestnut Street. They looted all the stores and hers went untouched. She came the next day and started making sandwiches and free, giving them out to people. That's a good thing, and then that's a bad thing because it makes it seem like niggas picked and choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't tear her up, but damn, it make it seem like y'all decided to pick and choose which ones y'all was gonna tear the fuck up.
Well, they really wanted the sneaker stores. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Man, how many? I can't even say pair. You know how many sneakers I found?
Yeah.
All throughout the city. Like, man.
Ridiculous.
It's to the point now that it's just like when you find a sneaker, you just
put it up on the video. Have you seen me?
Look, it's crazy. What's up with these firecrackers all damn night? That got everything. That sound like it's Baghdad or something around in the city.
I'm tired of that. That's because niggas ain't got shit better to do.
Yeah.
Every night. They don't do them during the day. They wait till it get dark and start shooting the motherfuckers all boom, boom,
Yeah.
I'm
boom.
driving up the street yesterday, and I see this big red thing like this, in the middle of the street. Car coming down, I'm going up, boom, flashing it. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, and the car, luckily the car that went over it got over it in time, but it hit the back of it. So I'm saying to myself, if that thing would have went off underneath near the gas tank.
Right.
You understand what I mean? And this is on Wayne Avenue, Wayne and Coulter, around that way.
Yeah.
So it ain't like, it's a neighborhood street. So I'm just sitting here just wondering, like, what the hell is going on? And it's through everywhere. I'm talking to coworkers out West Philly,
everywhere,
North Philly, Germantown, all over. They just basically blowing these things up.
Mm-hmm.
All
they ain't
night.
got nothing better to do.
Nothing better to do. Bored.
Somebody said those things. Oh, Yvette said they driving her crazy like hell.
Yeah.
Everybody going through it.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing else better to do.
They making a dog. Well, listen, Walmart had these sales on these weighted blankets. Weighted blankets help you. I take my dog and put him underneath the weighted blanket and weigh him down so that anxiety don't get with him. But I just can't wait to get from around these cats with all this dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike said he live across the street from somewhere where it's 10 grown niggas standing out there rowdying, drinking and everything. He keep calling the cops every day. They don't never come.
They ain't coming. Because they ain't did nothing. It ain't to one of them niggas. Listen, you see what happened to that dice game? They found all them people shot up out there and came back and fought dice and a large wad of money.
So basically, they're not even trying to deal with stuff. They're not trying to act before. They got to react now. They got to wait till somebody gets shot or something major happens, then they come out.
The police out here are overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because of niggas. The everyday working, hard working, to the grind people, they not doing that. It's the niggas.
Yeah. It's making it bad for everybody that's out here working and trying to, survive and live life.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got our guest just popped on.
I'm sorry, I've been on for a while listening to you.
I know, we hear you. So we want to welcome Ms. Hope Dennis.
Hello, everybody. Hey, family.
Another.
And Hope.
How's everyone doing?
Oh, man.
Mother, how are you?
I'm good.
It's blessed to always see you. Where your fly glasses at? Because every time I see you, you got a fly pair of glasses on your face. Where's that? Because
I don't believe I got on without them. Around here somewhere.
All right. Because my sister.
I just try to keep up with you. I bought you a treat. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see the purple?
I see you. I see the purple.
All right.
So
always something a little purple. Always something a little purple. Always. Don't ever leave home without the purple.
Yeah, this Look, he just sit back.
So I just wanted to show y'all some t-shirts today.
Yeah, so we brought Ms. Hope Dennis on. This is something new that we great start doing on Open Conversation, where we're going to spotlight different independent business for a couple minutes and get some information, let them give you their information so that we can do our part to try to help independent business do what they do. All right, take it away, Ms. Dennis.
Okay, so new to the game of t-shirts, we started Inspirational Tees and Things in February, the end of February. So we make t-shirts with words in motion. So words in motion, basically we got to say something. We don't just want a t-shirt that's not saying anything. So currently I'm just going to show you a couple of my best sellers, as well as it's Father's Day weekend. So we got some Father's Day shirts that I want to show you. So I'm just going to take you over here real quick. So this one here is saying, Dad, the man, the legend, the myth and the legend. Can you see that? Let me see if I can do it better than.
All right, we can see it. Just hold your hand still for a second. All right, there you go.
Okay. Then I have another one, and this one here says, a good father is a man who pours everything into being a dad.
I like that.
Nice.
Okay. The next one we have, it says, husband, father, king, blessed man.
Nice.
Okay. And we have another one, husband, father, king, blessed man.
Slide over to the left a little. All right, there you go.
All right. And the last one, basically, we got to remind our men always that they are the kings. So
Nice.
we have one that basically says king. Now, with the climate of everything that's going on, we also have the no justice, no peace, Black Lives Matter.
I need that one.
Okay.
Extra large.
So this is my I made this shirt for me last week, and I wore it out and I got tons of sales. It's 8:46. That's the time that the police officer had his foot on the neck of George Floyd. So we always want to remember, and on the back, take your knee off our necks. So this shirt comes in,
How much are they going for?
all the t-shirts, I have a special. Generally the shirts are 20, but for June, the shirts are going for 15 for the one sides. For the 846, because it's double-sided, they're 18. And it comes from small all the way up to 3X. If you want a 4 or 5X, we could do that too. But of course, that's gonna cost you a little bit more. So we have a couple more that I have. And this one basically says, hope is the only thing stronger than fear. Can you see that one?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So I have
white,
quite
white
a
on
few.
white.
That's lavender on white.
Okay.
And of course, my t-shirt that I have on for you guys today is upside down.
You upside down.
It doesn't like yours. It don't want to go right side.
There you,
All right,
there you
try
go.
it here. Inspirational teas and things.
Okay.
Words in motion.
So if somebody wanted one, how would they get it? How would they order it from you?
If they are on Facebook, they can go on my page, which is Inspirational Teas, Tees, and things. And you can send an inbox message. Or if you're on Instagram, you can go under Simply HD Crochet Creations, and there are t-shirts listed there. We accept Cash App. We also can accept credit cards. If you're in Philly and you know the family, I can do a drive-by. If we don't know you, I can mail it out to you.
Yeah, because we don't
What's
trust
the cash address?
My Cash App is $ Mocha V1XEN.
Let me ask you, Hope. Day is coming up and approaching us. Are you going to be at a pop-up or any particular location? Come and put
As soon as things are open back up to do vending, I shall be there. If you can see, I am more than ready. This is my bag of shirts. We are ready to vend.
So no pull up at Broad Knowledge, stand there for 2 hours and
No, ma'am, I'm not a victim.
gotcha.
We don't do that. But if you look on the page, there are at least 35 to 40 different t-shirts on my page. Look, see what you like. Send me an inbox. We'll get it to you. At least allow a week and a half for me to get it done, because we got to make sure we got the t-shirts and the vinyls. Also, I do custom orders. So if you want something custom, to a degree, remember, we are new. So we're working it out. We're doing an awesome job to be only 3 months in the game. But unfortunately, there are some things we can't do. Any other questions, people?
No, that's it. Any questions? Anybody got any questions on our Facebook?
Again, let's just show the t-shirts real quick. One more time for the people that might be just checking in that might have said, oh, I like that one. I'm going to see that one again.
All right, so we got the 846. This one comes in black and red. We can probably do a gray too, but black and red for now. We have,
what's the back of that one say?
on the back of it, it says, take your knee off our necks. Okay, so the ones I'm showing right now, that's the only one that has a back. Then we have this one that says, hope is the only thing stronger than fear. We have no justice, no peace. This can come in any color that you want. We have the king. Now there's also, for the month of June, I have a special. Any of the shirts that are on my page, that are listed on the page, are 2 for $25. So if you order one of them, 2 for $25. Other than that, they're $15 a piece.
Oh,
Yes.
make me one of the 846 ones in black XL. But can you add up to the top Simply D on the back? I want you to take on your knee off our necks.
You want me to take that off and write your name?
I want you to leave it and add Simply D.
Absolutely.
All right. Put Simply D at the top. Simply D wants you to take your knee off our necks.
Okay, not a problem.
All right.
Ooh. Appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate the opportunity to come on.
That's how we do.
Anybody wants to do anything, hit me up. I will be showing some t-shirts at the Women Empowerment as
What
well.
else? What else? You said you're a new company, and I know you displayed some of your t-shirts, and let them know what else you do.
So the umbrella that I'm under is Handpicked by God. Handpicked by God does a multitude of things. We do personalized greeting cards. We do desktop publishing. I do have under there is Simply HD Crochet Creations, where I do women's wear and children's wear on there.
Crochet?
And Crochet Creations.
Right.
Somebody
Yes.
said personal.
Say that again.
What do you say?
Do you do personal orders?
I absolutely do personal orders. All the crochet is personalized, greeting cards personalized, and I also do entrepreneur workshops, one-on-one or group sessions.
Okay, and as far as your print, you size the t-shirts, what else do you do?
We are going to be doing hats, bags, and bottles. So I'm waiting for my print press so that I can do all of those things. So that's coming up within the next 15 days.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, fam?
All right, appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Continue to have a great show. I'll be over here listening.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
No problem. All right. Oh, that's right. I had y'all. What was it that you said, Dark? I had the theme song.
Let's get the Simply D's.
The Dum Dum moment. This was the theme song I had for y'all. Since y'all like to wear purple.
Wow.
You had to hit the purple rain on them. You know what I mean? Look, let's get to the hook. Facebook, we don't own the rights to Prince song. Let's get to it, bro.
Okay, so
these dumb moment. What you got?
this is not necessarily a dumb moment, but something for us all to think about. And for those watching and listening, these are my thoughts and not necessarily the thoughts of my co-hosts. So before we take a victory lap and think that these industries are doing something by changing the name of products like Mrs. Butterworth and Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's, I want y'all to think about this. The unemployment rate between blacks and whites for blacks is 16.7%. For whites is 14.2%. The margin range of income as to what we make for blacks and whites doing the same job for a black male is $23,738. For a white male is $36,785. That's a total difference of $13,400 that whites make or more than blacks. Our schools, they're not still equal. Where you have new and plenty computers and books for the white schools, our black schools still have to share computers or books if they have them. The wealth for blacks between whites and blacks, the average for blacks is $9,590 to $17,530 compared to the whites who get $130,800. A huge gap there. It costs us more to get a mortgage for a house, the same exact house as it would for a white person. The mortgage is more for us. Our neighborhoods are valued at less money. Our water, we have crumbling pipes, we have tainted water, okay? Have you ever asked yourself the question after you did your wash and you took your whites out of the washing machine, why they look yellow? That's because our water is not good. Our water is tinted. So whoever is sitting at the table and taking victory laps because they're changing names of products, you're asking for the wrong things, okay? These are my opinions. We're asking for the wrong stuff. This is my opinion.
So let me ask you, do you think that, and this is just a question, and this is for Facebook too, because I see we got some viewers on here, and please make sure y'all share the broadcast and tune into Sadior Presents Open Conversation every first and third Thursday from now on Facebook, and we're also going to upload this on our YouTube channel. All you just have to do is go to Sadior Radio and check out the YouTube channel. And this Saturday, please make sure you tune into the Men's Empowerment Circle. And the 27th, you'll have the Women's Empowerment Circle. The same way you're watching us, we're going to have a bunch of individuals on that has good information, great topics we're going to discuss, and we're going to get into that. But my question was from the Dum Dum moment, do you feel as though that we depend on the system too much instead of gathering ourselves? Like, for example, we're from Abbotsford Projects. We used to go out and have block cleanups. You know, we used to do different things like get together and make sure that each other was okay, right? Do you think that we need to get back to that because of the powers that be, quote unquote, are not paying attention to those things, that we need to start basically making noise ourselves to help ourselves instead of just falling back, waiting for some superhero to fly in to save us?
Yeah, why are we sitting around waiting for somebody to tell us what we know we need to do? Why?
Right.
When we can get up off of our lazy asses and do what needs to be done. It's simple. You see what needs to be done. Nobody should have to tell you, oh, you need to go out there and sweep up your neighborhood or clean up this area. Or you need to go talk to those guys that's standing on the corner that's selling drugs. Like, we shouldn't need nobody to do these type of things for us. We should be taking control and going out there and doing these things for ourselves. We shouldn't need nobody. It's just like they say it's the old heads should be teaching the young guys coming up, or the young women coming up. This is true. But when we step to you and try to teach you something, at the same time, y'all need to have an open mind in what the knowledge that we trying to drop down on y'all, because y'all don't know every damn thing. Okay, you need to stop acting like you do, and you need to listen to what we're trying to tell you. Because if we all come together, then maybe we can get the type of change that we need, not the type of change that they're going to give us to just satisfy us for the moment. Because to me, taking down a statue does not change history. Okay? That's just to please you for the minute. Oh yeah, we're going to take this statue now, and they're going to be happy about it. You didn't change history. You just got a statue removed. Okay? Because until we making the same type of money that our white counterparts are making, and until our neighborhoods are just as good and just as safe, we ain't getting nothing. Nothing.
All right, real quick. Natasha says, go ahead. You got something, Dark?
Did he just bark?
Yeah. Natasha says, and the answer to that is they know we can do the job, but don't want us to put shine on them because they really don't know what they're doing. And as for the schools, they know our children are most likely to accomplish, and they don't want that. They know that our children are very intelligent. As far as the housing market, they still doing the red taping where they are only letting certain ample of blacks in the community. Another person says, we need to do it again. Y'all are right. Natasha says, they're not. They are, let me get this week, because they are people that don't want loud pride. They got pride basically, and they ain't letting us get in.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time, and it's not, and then somebody says, well, it's impossible to change history, which I agree, but it's not impossible to build a future.
It's not. And we should be learning from our history. If our forefathers and foremothers had Black Wall Street that they burnt down to the ground, why can't we do it now again? And this time, we are able to protect it because now we know better and we got guns. We may not have as many guns as they got, but we can damn sure protect our interests. So why are we doing those things now? Building our own legacies, building our own businesses, building our own Black Wall Streets, and being on time when we say we're going to open up and we're going to do something, do it.
Absolutely. Changing, and that basically goes to what I said earlier in the show, changing our mentality.
Yep.
Period. That's just what it is. We have to change our mentality. If we know that certain people don't want us to do certain things,
right.
They didn't want us to dominate golf.
Right.
They didn't want us to dominate basketball. They didn't want us to dominate football. And we dominate everything
that we get in.
Touch. And one thing I can say is the man might have the strength and the power, but us men cannot be, and I'm not just saying this, I'm saying this because I've observed, I'm a witness myself. With a strong woman behind you, we can accomplish anything.
Oh my God, yes.
With a strong woman to support you, because no matter how strong we are as men, let's get this understood. No matter how strong we are as men, we always need that woman to basically rub us on our back because we get weak. To have that woman to rub us on our back and push us forward when we have those rough times mean a lot.
I'm going to say this, and I don't care who doesn't agree with me, and I have it in the back of in one of the books that I wrote. And it goes something like this. If Obama didn't have Michelle, if Jackie Robinson didn't have his wife, if Malcolm X didn't have Betty Sabaz, if Malcolm didn't have Coretta, if Gotti didn't have his wife, those guys maybe would not have succeeded in what their objective was, because they had a strong woman back there letting them know when they came home, yo, babe, it's okay. Building them back up so that they can go out there and face the world again the next day in order to do what they had to accomplish. Most successful men have a very powerful woman backing them up. And I'm going to tell you, I have one that's backing me up that has encouraged me, who encouraged me to write, encouraged me to dig deep down into myself and to get out there what I need to get out there. So we need that. And most men who are very successful have that. They have that very strong woman who uplifts them when they need to be uplifted and says the right thing when they need to hear something in order to continue to push them forward and make things happen.
It's true. So we already and I brought that up for the reason of how important family is. You know, somebody asked, are we going to rebuild the Black Wall Street? What we have to do, one, is make sure that the individuals that's involved in it has a sort of loyalty.
Yeah.
Because if you ever notice, when we start building something, it's not the outside that stops us. It's within that most of the time.
It's within.
Because we already know that the outside's going to stop us. We already know that. We going to war. If we going to war, we already know we going to war. We already know they're the enemy. And I'm not calling people enemies, but they're the enemy. So we already know to protect ourselves. But when you got a person that's right behind you, right next to you, that you think that's riding out with you, they're the ones that most of the time destroy the foundation of what you're trying to build. So we can do the Black Wall Street, but we just got to make sure that when we do the Black Wall Street, we do it with the right individuals.
The right individuals, and we don't have that snake amongst us because, man, there are so many snakes out here. People who you think are down with you, who you think is your friend or got your back, and come to find out later, there was nothing but a snake.
Yeah.
That's true. That's definitely true. But we also have to learn to be self-sufficient. You have to be able to materialize wealth within yourself. First and foremost, I think any journey begins with a spiritual journey. Mm-hmm. You have to have a connection between yourself and your creator. Whatever you may call them, listen, whoever you bow down to, if it's a mix, if it's a blend, whatever gets you through the day. Because I don't believe that one religion encompasses who you are. I think people tend to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that to overcome the day-to-day obstacles. So that's neither here nor there. But before you can start generational wealth and before you can start, you got to get right within. It starts within. What's in is going to come what's out. What's out is going what's in. You know, my godkid's mom just said to me, you know what? You ain't putting down what I'm picking. No, I ain't picking up what you putting down. Remember, that used to be an old saying. I ain't digging what you done dug. One of them old fly lines. Learn your spiritualness. I think that people during these times picked up a little more Bibles. I've seen some hardcore criminals now are truly have given their life to Christ. I think brothers out here that wasn't on their dean, now the salams is dead. Outside. Starts within.
You got
Yeah.
Fatima says, I agree. That's why we need to promote Black love and the Black family more now than ever.
Yeah, the time to start doing it. If you ever going to do it, the time is right now. If you ever going to do a business, start your own business, the time is now. The time is now to start promoting Black love, the Black family all over again, and stick to the concept. Now is the time. Now is the time.
Yo, wait, hold on. So, what was that, Dark?
Lemonade. This is, you know what this cup is used for, right?
Yeah, it's used for NyQuil.
No,
What?
I just got it from you.
Let me see. Oh, the NutriBurst?
Yes.
Yeah.
You use for the NutriBurst?
So you gotta take a tablespoon.
For this?
Got a couple K-cups worth. And I've been measuring it.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
And this
What is that you drinking? Because what's that in there? Oh, so now you just drink everything out of it. Go ahead, my fault. The way she was drinking it and making faces, I'm like, all right, what the hell is she drinking?
yeah, I was, you know, I got it from you. And then when you said you got to take it fill up to the line. So every time I take it, I make that weird face. And I happen to look over and see the cup. I said,
NyQuil cup. Oh, crazy.
it's
Yeah,
good.
like I was saying, now is the time. We really need to support whatever black businesses out there. We need to find out. We need to uplift them, be it wherever it is that they're pushing and selling. My sister with her T-shirts. My good friend Leon with his Silver Legends and his pocketbooks in silver, and whoever's out there doing whatever.
What's his name? What's his name?
Leon Scott.
That's
Brother
the
Leon.
guy?
He has a store at 20th and Walnut called Silver Legends.
No, that's the one I bought the bracelet from.
Yes, who
I got it.
He broke in his store and took some stuff. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room real fast since we got a couple seconds.
Talk about the who?
The elephant in the room.
Called, yeah, because we see it in your room, Mark 5. I was given some advice as to take some stuff. Not even, I wasn't called. I wasn't, Simply D had it last week. I saw his. I stumbled upon it not because of what these two guys did, but because. So I started asking Mark 5 a couple questions. He pushed me off on the birthday sis. Did the breakdown. How about I took it the first day, myself and my god brother. We went and was tired as a dog. Could not stay up. Swore that it had something to do with it.
She in the kitchen laughing.
I jumped on the phone, started talking to my birthday sis. What's going on? I did blah, blah, blah. She said, it ain't supposed to happen like that. Don't do this tonight. Do this and do that. Listen, how about it had nothing to do with that? We had forgot that we've been packing and was running and was just simply tired. Had nothing to do with nothing. And got up the next day and been taking it. I feel a difference. And I'm giving you this testimony because that's just how I see it in the background and I keep looking. The taste is crazy. It's cold. It's better cold.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten the
I thought you
energy.
talking about the tea. I got you.
It has killed my cravings for sweets. I feel clear and focused. I think. Now, I got it from you a week from today. So it's been 5 days. 5 days strong. I'm good.
It works.
I'm good.
It works.
It works.
That's why
anytime
Neither one of y'all said anything to me about it. You know how people try to push certain things on you?
Right.
I didn't get that from either one of y'all.
No.
But what I will say is, as a woman, I appreciated birthday sis because she brought it to me as a woman. That's something that I don't care how much you two would have told me this is good for you. It wouldn't have resonated as she did. Because I talked to Mark and was going back and forth with him, and I was still on the fence about it.
Right.
Then he said, call birthday sis. She home. She worked from home. All right. I get on the phone, ask her one question, get busy, forget about it. Then I look down, she answered that. I answer another question. She give me that one. Then she give me this one. Then she start talking about things that only a woman would know from a woman's perspective.
Right.
Instantly, that was like, I'm there tomorrow morning. I'm there. I'll be there to get it. I got it. Got home. Curious, so I took it that night.
She took it at night.
Hot and all. Took it the next day and been taking it every day since.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Works.
How did you like
Sometimes start at 7 o'clock in the morning
Loves it.
and don't end until the next day, and I'm still good to go.
You up and running?
And yeah, without feeling tired, without feeling a crash, I'm still able to be like, whoa, like really? Like as opposed to when I was taking the 5 energy drink and I would have a crash, I do not have a crash with this.
That's why I like
And
it too.
Still good.
Yeah.
I'm still good. Yup.
Did you ever try the NRG, Tom?
No, not yet.
That's what you want.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, if you take energy drinks, you need the NRG because it's natural raw energy.
Okay.
I'm gonna need that little. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Definitely gonna need that.
Yeah, that's why I gave him the sample. I said his knees. I said, try this every morning. Look,
Yeah.
I got a dance. It's feet, knees, shoulder. Look, that's my dance. No lie. Every morning. Yeah.
Now the NRG, is that the pill?
Yeah. That's the pill.
Yeah. I just want people to see what we're talking about.
What they do?
It works, people.
Yeah, this is a natural energy.
Total life changes, and let me tell you, it changes your life. It works.
Somebody said, look, one of our Facebook people that don't like to listen to me, they say, I can say that's true because when I ran out, I got sick. And she did. And we're not making no medical claims, but NutriBurst boosts your immune system. It's a liquid multivitamin. But NRG is basically a natural weight loss and energy supplement. It's designed to enhance your energy, metabolism, fat, reduces hunger, and without any jitters or sudden energy burnout. That's what that does. I take it every morning.
I have to get some of that.
Yeah, try it. Yo, trust me when I tell you, try that.
What is it? A pill?
Yeah, it comes in a capsule form. But since birthday sis don't like taking pills, what she do is she open it up. And
Everybody.
yeah,
Put it in
put in your
capsule.
NutriBurst. NRG. Water or juice. She opened the capsule up and put in water or juice, stir it and drink it that way. Here we go with these damn firecrackers.
Yeah, I was just trying to sell somebody that earlier today. They supposed to get back to me.
Listen. I don't know what birthday sis said to me that day. But boy, oh boy, did it make my... I can't wait till we get off the phone.
How you like the y'all got? Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, yeah. Look, that's. I got my cup ready. I'm great. Look, I just got mine. I just got another bag.
I can't wait to get off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Listen,
Anybody, real quick.
Conversation with me, and I'm a firm believer. Listen, I'm a believer.
Yeah.
I'm a believer.
If y'all want to get
And listen, and this ain't no cap. It was really birthday sis. because you know where we at age-wise. You
Right.
know what body is going through. And if anybody just interested, they need to talk to a woman about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you couldn't have explained that to me the way she did.
And that's why I always have her talk to the women.
There's
Because
no way.
one thing about us and everybody that's on my team, and I be trying to explain this to them, is that, and the companies say it, you have to be a product of the product. I'm not going to tell you about something unless I tried it. And I stand by that. And that's the same thing she stand by. And that's the easy way that I can talk to men, she can talk to women. I can't tell you about hot flashes, what it do. Like, I can't do that. She can. So that's why it's important for people to try stuff, no matter what. It's good to test stuff to make sure that it's for you, because everything ain't for everybody. And that's why another thing, Simply D, that's what we talked about. That's funny because that's what we started the show with, that everything ain't for everybody. We can try to tell people, we can try to show people, we can give testimonies, but sometimes it's a certain time that you have to really get involved and understand what things is about.
True.
Like, I was told about this company back in 2016. I didn't pay it no attention at all from a family member. My mother's sister told me about this. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't got time for it. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. And as I got older and start having the surgeries and stuff like that, and start really realizing how important it is to really feed our body certain things and to know, what we need to be able to overcome certain things like this whole virus and stuff like that. Say it again, Dark.
Them damn firecrackers.
Yeah, it started around here too. They must got a walkie-talkies or something. They're like, yo, you ready? Where you at? I'm in Germantown. Where you at? I'm in Northeast. Where you at? I'm in West Philly. Y'all ready? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in Norristown. Y'all ready? Go. Pop, 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 pop. Look. It must be a certain time, around 7:45. That's when everybody got to start getting their lighters and stuff ready.
Yeah, because they done smoking and they ain't got nothing else to smoke. So they waiting for their high to kick in. So now they just setting off fireworks, flicking them lighters. Ain't got nothing else to do.
And this shows you that we can do things and coordinate together. We know how to tell time and do things.
Listen, the one for the body, your dance.
Alleviate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the truth.
That worked.
Big time. I'm glad that's what's up. And see, that's of course everything is about being happy that you making money. But when you get that type of response from stuff that you help somebody, that somebody feels better just a little bit, and you had something to do with it, that's the benefit. Open conversation.
Real quick. Yeah. Let's tell them about elderberries.
Let's go.
Let's see what one of our listeners out there, ask them what they know about that elderberry.
Anybody know anything about elderberry? You want to come in here? I know she up here. Where you at, Miss Herb? That's what I call my mom, Miss Herb.
Elderberry. They better know about these elderberry. We need to educate our people real fast. We got a little bit of time to
go ahead.
Some claims out here. Tell them what they need to be taking right about now. Aside what we talking about, because we never even mentioned the name for that, because I purposely didn't mention it because I wanted to do it. But y'all need to be on this elderberry, people. Y'all need to be on this. Do your research. Read it. With COVID-19 jumping off, elderberry is very, very hard to find. You don't need to find it, or you need all natural. This one right here is super concentrate. Cost me a couple of dollars. Now, I just read while we were here, and I'm going to go back to finish reading it. And then we're going to drop a gem on y'all, too. I just read that certain blood types are more susceptible to COVID. And
really?
Right. And if you owe, you ain't getting a whole lot of nothing. You the fighter. You the fighter. So I just read that article. Google it when you get off this phone. And let me drop another piece of gem on y'all too, since it's an open conversation and we sometimes be all over the place, but I need y'all to catch this gem. There is a book by Will Roundtree. It's called Credit is King. I'm gonna need you to get that book. You heard me? If you trying to buy a house, you trying to fix your credit, listen, they said make the kids do it. My kids are going to do it as a summer read. It ain't never too early. It's called Will Roundtree. Credit is King. It's on Amazon, and they do have it as, listen, summertime I'm busy, but there's things I need to get around to. I ain't read Michelle Obama's Becoming yet. I ain't read it, but I listened to it. I got the, and she is the narrator on the audiobook. I put my headphones on. I'm around the new house, doing stuff, fixing stuff, and I'm listening to it. It's a great read. In your car, you can pop it on. I love audio books. They are a blessing.
That's true. I got a bunch of them. Look.
They are, when you too busy, and we are too busy to sit there and read, but it's going to work. Instead of listening to the radio, I listen to this book. I got this book, this CD that I've been listening to over and over again. It's called Purpose Driven Life.
Okay.
I listen to it all the time. Purpose Driven Life. I got it on CD.
I gotta get some of that. What you say? Hold that. What you got? Drops. Slide it over because you.
No, it's a pill, right?
Yep.
Okay. I gotta get that to add with this.
What's that?
Bladder wax powder.
Tell us about it.
Bladder wax is something like that. It's basically, it helps with, is a nutrient, is a booster, and is also good with sea moss. It's a powerful blend. It boosts and helps. It's something like, it's basically a plus when you add this to sea moss. So, you know, I'll be adding it to my sea moss. When I'm off of here, I can get finished blending because this is sea moss. So that's what I'm gonna do after I hang up, you know. But like you said, it's definitely the books, audio books. I'm gonna look into that too, definitely. And that, like I said again, reprogramming ourselves, educate ourselves.
Nature's Truth.
Yeah. I think I seen that on Amazon.
Yep, black sea moss.
I seen that.
Listen, you will feel the difference. And it's a little capsule, and it's easy, and it goes down real easy. I don't know who this company is and who these people are, but this right here, it's 100, and you take twice a day, and it's 1,000 milligrams.
Cool.
You better get yourself some black elderberry.
And since we educating our people, stop. I'm gonna say this real quick. Stop. If it is, you know how they keep saying, oh, it's another surge that's going on, as far as that's coming, as far as with this 19. So that tells you if there's another one coming, right? Don't wait till the last minute to start getting all your things, your fruits and, you know, different vitamins and different things like what we're talking about.
As the next one come,
it's going to be, yeah, they said.
Garage or room or corner that you can store your stuff. I don't know why they were storing toilet paper like that, because it wasn't nothing to make you poop.
Right.
But get your corner ready. Get your deep freezer. Put it in your freezer. Put you some foods and stuff in there. Some stuff that don't go bad. Get you some perishables and put them in there.
Yeah. I remember my mom used to have them plastic containers, you know, them big 5-gallon containers. She used to have them full of rice, red beans, and different things like that.
You get them, and you get them. They said it first. So when they tell us, listen, nobody's moving for no reason. Go out and get a week's worth of everything, because nobody's allowed.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, before we didn't have no idea how to deal with far as that. Now, if you don't start dealing and start packing up water, getting cases of water ahead of time, because financially, a lot of people don't have the money to just go out and buy 6 cases or, this and that. So now you have the heads up that let me get my paycheck. I'm going to go get me a case of water, put to the side. Act like you're going to have a cookout. You know, how you have a cookout, everybody be going shopping then, buying cases of water and this and that. The same thing. Prepare yourself.
Right.
Do not wait till the last minute and be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's coming back in the fall. So right now, while we got ability to move around, go get it. I told somebody, yo, go to the bank, because if they get funny, you won't get no bank. Who on this call or any of our listeners out there have had to go to 5 different ATMs till they found one that was open? That had money. We all had to go to at least 2, 3 ATMs. Went to that one, not out of order. Went to this one. Shit, I went to an ATM that was there, that wasn't there the next morning. They done took the.
Crazy.
How you took the mother sucker? Now, the ATM was there last night, damn it. And I'm scratching my head. And I'm going, now, where the hell is the ATM? And you always thinking the same. Well, I used it yesterday. I wonder if the transactions was lost. And they don't debit that money from my account. But it didn't work that way.
It was in somebody's house.
It was in somebody's house. Blowed up.
So on that note, it's 8 o'clock. Any last words before we end this? Simply do.
I would just say, pay attention to what's going on. Stop falling for the okie doke, because they giving you this. That might mean that they're holding this back. You want what they're holding back. Okay? Go for what was being held from you, because once you get that, then we can all be equal. Then we're all on the same playing field. Then we will have complete change. Until that comes about, they're still ahead.
This is the Princess of Comedy, Miss Darkchild. Don't forget to go out there, get your kids to read. They don't read all summer. They've been reading the boxes of the back of the cereal boxes. Give them a good read. Tell them the Will Roundtree credit is. They said it's good. Let the kids know about credit starting young, because credit is going to be the way that the future goes. We'll be back with comedy. I got my first show, Mark 5, you and I, 26, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 4th of July, I'll be over in Jersey. She don't send me no deposit. I ain't going to be nowhere. But thanks for tuning in. I'll be in a new zip code for sure, the next show.
This is your boy Mark 5. Couple things real quick. And I'm gonna make this real fast. Watch yourself when it comes to these scammers. Scamming is at an all-time high. And the only reason that this brought to my attention is as I'm sitting here listening to Miss Darkchild, it says, have you just tried to sign in for Firefox on my phone? And I'm like, I'm sitting here talking to y'all. I haven't tried to sign in anything. So luckily I have those things that it asks you, are you signing in? I hit no. And I say, let me tell people about that. That's one thing about open conversation. We try to bring things to people's attention that you might not be thinking about. Protect your Social Security and your credit. The IRS is not going to call you and ask you for your Social Security number or nothing. Let's use common sense when it comes to protecting ourselves health-wise, but also protecting our name, our credit, and our legacy. Because once they get into that and mess with your money and stuff like that, it's a pain in the behind straightening it out.
Yep.
2, please make sure you tune in Saturday, the Men's Empowerment Circle on the 20th. This Saturday. What is it, 5? I got to keep track of stuff. It's 5 to 7, if I'm not mistaken, here on Facebook. Because then the 27th, we had a Women's Empowerment. So please make sure y'all tune in. I'll post the flyers on our Facebook. We'll share it. Make sure you tune in and check out the ladies and check out the gentlemen, where we're going to discuss so many different topics. It's also going to be on our YouTube channel after we finish. This show will also be on our YouTube channel, Sadior Radio. So if you missed the beginning, you can always go back to YouTube, search Sadior Radio, and check out all the wonderful shows that's here on Sadior Radio. I appreciate y'all. I apologize that our guest didn't come on. I was looking forward to talking with him. So I can't get mad and cuss him out because it's my dad. So we'll see if we can get him on the next show so we can discuss some of the issues that he wanted to jump on here and talk about. Again, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all share the broadcast. I appreciate y'all, fam, for jumping on tonight. Also, I don't know what happened to Mr. Fastlane. We'll catch him next show also. So much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all, and we are out.
Peace.